Yahoo! Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys here. Today I am playing more Wuthering Waves, of course. And today, contrary to what we first believed, we will not be starting the next area yet. Because, oh, hey Amira. Interrupting the intro as always. Hello, ma'am. There's once again a cat blocking my screen. But anyways, until she gets out of the way, I'll just, continue yapping. But we will not be starting the next area today. Instead, we'll have a shorter stream to focus just on A Stranger in a Strange Land. I wasn't sure if I should do it at first, but after asking a friend, I was told that it's pretty good. And of course, if someone says cutscenes are good, which I was told that they are, then of course I have to check it out. Cat difficulty already in play? Yep. Oh, she's already running away. Okay, that's good. I'm sure you guys can probably hear her meowing in the back. She just always has to show while I'm doing the intro. But yeah, today's stream is probably going to be a bit shorter than usual, just because I'd like to start the next area properly and have like an entire stream devoted just to that. So today we're just going to be doing A Stranger in a Strange Land, which means, of course, Verguna is not over, even though it seemed like it was at the end of last stream. So I am personally looking forward to this. We get to have a little bit more time here. And then, of course, we have the proper start to the next area next stream. I think this is only going to be like 2-ish hours. I was told it's not like a super long quest, but it works out because I have stuff to finish off stream anyway. So having today at the shorter stream is pretty good. Oh, she's back again. Oh god. It's okay. With that, let's go ahead and get started and run over to where this quest begins. I would be flying around, but, we're gonna take a little bit longer by running everywhere. Unless it's, 1,000 meters away. That'd be a bit much. Oh, there's no stairs over here. Okay. I guess we were just hopping down. That's fine. I haven't, run around the city in so long. I haven't run around properly in so long. Oh, there's Margarita. There we go. We finally made it here, guys. I mean, it didn't technically take that long, but still. Just, a little refresher of the city. Why is there this entire crowd? Hello, people. Okay, so we get a performance from the character whose name I will never know how to pronounce. And I feel like it's better to avoid saying her name instead of accidentally butchering it. I do love her design, though. Evidently, we got here at a pretty good time in her story. Because it doesn't seem like a completely random spot to pick up from. I mean, we don't know how long she was telling the story before we got here, but at least it's in a case spot to just pop in. So was she just expecting us to show up at some point, or did she just, change her, script to suit our appearance here? I thought she probably just expected us to show up. It'd be pretty funny if, we just didn't and she just started to air. Next chance I get, I definitely need to get her. I love her design. I do have her on my alt, but I want her on my mid account too, just because I love this design. So this is what a bard does. I really am quite the legend. I mean, I did a lot of stuff, so I'm sure I'm fit to be called a legend.
ああ、でもね、この物語にはラグーナ人でもなければセブンヒルズ人でもない異邦人が存在するのさ。それじゃあメロディーで物語を再現しよう。
So is this entire story quest just gonna be her telling the story, or what? That'd be pretty neat. Hello, sir.
そちらの方、こんにちは。お困りであれば何かお手伝い
He's
しま
just
しょう
some
か。
guy that wants to relax, I guess.
インペラトルの名において、
I mean, he's not really getting in the way of anyone, so they could technically just leave him alone.
ヘンリコと面会したい。
主座の国会をご希望でしたか。ここしばらくフェンリコ様は福音を広めるために外出されておりまして、まずは道行く人たちと共に委員会教団のマーキュリー礼拝堂へ行くのはどうでしょう。よろしければマーキュリー礼拝堂でお待ちしております。私は実際の
Does Leon think that he's homeless? Did he just give him a coin? I'm sure he has no idea how to deal with this situation.
インペラトルが
He just seems so awkward the entire time he's trying to talk to him.
名式と慣れ合う聖職者に国会とは何の冗談であろうか。だが彼が不在ならば聖女あるいはあの者を探すほかあるまいな。
あれ、こんにちは。その装いはもしかして交流から来たのかい？リナシータには名所がたくさんあってね。
I can't imagine being social enough to just approach this random person who looks like they want to be left alone. Okay. Oh, hey, it's Leon again. I mean, I guess him showing up again makes sense since, you know, he was extremely close by.
漂白者が言ってた光景と少し似ているね。パラダイスが降臨する週末の前兆なのかな。みんな早く逃げて。交流からのお客さん、君も早く避難するんだ。ここは危険だよ。
民を連れて行け。
Yeah, see, he'll be totally fine.
ここはそれがしに任せよ。長いは無理。名式の手先か。
Okay, how hard is it gonna be to play as him? Let's see.
この剣を受けてみる。
Because there's at least 2 characters in this game that I have no clue how to play as. I mean, so far it seems okay enough, but we'll see. These are also just kind of weak enemies.
杯よ、来い。
レオ様、早く船に。礼拝堂は
Actually, guys, let me correct myself. There's 3 characters in this game that I have no clue how to play as. Zanny, Cartethia, and Augusta. I kind of forgot about Zanny for a moment.
あなたは
安全な場所へ行け。
I'm sure Leanna's glad to see that, I forgot how to pronounce your name. I think it was like Kewin last time. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how he said his name. But I'm sure he's glad to see that he's not just, you know, sitting on the ground looking homeless. Because clearly he had no clue how to deal with that.
まだ避難できていない人々が。
Hi, Carlotta.
モンテリファミリーのカルロッタさんですね。
レオさんでしたね。こちらの方は。
If they know each other, why did he feel the need to, like, full name her? He could have just said Carlotta or, you know, even just Miss Carlotta, but no, he had to say her first and last name.
この交流の方が助けに来てくださらなければ、私はあっけなく死んでいたでしょ
う。ご協力感謝しますわ。交流からのお客様。レオさん、残像が何の予兆もなく街の中に。
カルロッタさん、モンテリ区の状況は、市民は避難できましたか？
引き続きマーキュリー礼拝堂へ誘導していますわ。ご心配には及びません。
この町はすでに名式の暗雲に覆われておる。
I was gonna tell him he probably shouldn't touch that, but thankfully, all he's doing is, you know, having his hand hover over it. That should be fine, I guess. Oh.
黒潮を通してお主が見えるとは。まさか。
どこへ行くのですか？
ここは危険だ。お主も避難した方が身のため。
インペラトルが共にあらんことを。
変わった方ですわね。一方的に話してすぐどこかへ。
I mean, he helped. That's good enough.
ひとまず悪い方ではないでしょうし。
They can't really blame him for running off when technically he didn't really need to help to begin with. He could have, you know, evacuated with everyone else initially. Especially since, you know, he's not even from here.
レオさんの知り合いですか？
いえ、つい先ほど銀行通りでお会いしたばかりです。名式レビアタンの影は異邦人の心に長くとどまらないでしょう。インペラトルの祝福により彼が進む道に追い求めるものがあることを願います。
Alright, looks like it's time for more combat.
カルロッタ！確認してきたよ。広場の市民は礼拝堂に避難が完了してる。
今度はトッカータのものですか？
この町と市民が私たちを呼んでいるんだ。きっと乗り越えられるさ。
神の使いたちよ、古の使命を思い出すのです。今こそ
I always think it's kind of neat just like watching those guys appear out of nowhere.
準備はいいですか？来ますわよ。
Okay, so we don't actually get to fight there. We're just going over to where he is, I guess. Well, that's fine. I mean, this is supposed to be focused on him anyway.
気配から察するに、彼女はここにいるはず。しかし、別の異様な気配も感じ取れるな。
I didn't really expect him to move that far out. I mean, I thought he would take like a few steps, but no, I ended up at like the very edge of this. Also, I'm not sure if I'm imagining things or not, but I feel like they changed the way some of the characters walk. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but I think something changed for them. I noticed it, like, 2 streams ago, I think? When I was just, like, running around, but, I don't know, something just seems different. Oh, I probably should have paid attention to my health. I got a little bit distracted by yapping. It's fine, guys. Everything's fine. Clearly he's not allowed to die here. So we're good. I'm allowed to get a little bit distracted. Plus, I've never claimed to have any skill. We're just having a good time here. And as long as he's not allowed to die, then we're good. He's moved around a lot, though. Like, so much more than expected. Yeah, I feel like characters are definitely taking like way more steps to stop. Because before they would have just stopped immediately, I'm pretty sure. But this time he's like taking multiple steps. It's that kind of thing that I noticed. And I think there was like some other differences, but this was like the easiest to notice. Right? Door of Unity. He's just completely avoiding the water? Okay. Oh, that's kind of neat. I thought being in water would be fine, but no, he just completely avoided it.
だが、ここを通り過ぎたのはあの者だけではない。もう一人、黒き炎を燃やす殺意が通り過ぎた。
I mean, there kind of was a murder here. Alright, let's take the elevator. Wait, so he was oh god, my voice. So he was actually just here as the murder happened? Okay. Unfortunately, guys, my voice may struggle a little bit today because of allergies, but I'll do my best. I do have tea, so it should be okay enough. It's kind of neat. Oh god, the combos. At least the combos aren't like too long, but still. They're always like so unexpected because we don't usually get them. So if he was here like from the point of the murder, that means he was just like a few steps behind us at all times. He's never gonna get the chance to catch up to us. Well, I mean, he does eventually, but still.
名店のいいえ、あなたを知っているわ。寮の部下ヒューエンね。
寮様をご存知とは。
かつて名店に足を運んだ時、多くのお偉方と顔を合わせたわ。そこで採取を専門とする定点官があなたの所属する陳部士を紹介してくれたのよ。間違いないわ。寮に付き従い、盲目でありながらも全てを見通すもの。
I mean, at least she knows who he is. So he's not like a complete stranger here.
お主らに見えぬものが少し見えるだけのこと。それ以上でもそれ以下でもない。カルテジアを殺した弾丸からわずかな殺意も感じられぬ。光として生まれながら闇の翼を羽ばたかせているのか。一体どのような炎を探し求めているのだ。
This is actually like, pretty cool. Like obviously we already know the stuff that's gonna be happening. From the other perspective, like seeing his perspective, I can't speak. Oh my god, seeing his perspective of things is pretty neat. Because you know it makes his appearance feel a little bit less random. Because obviously for us, he showed up literally out of nowhere. I had no clue who he was or why he was there, so it's kind of nice just seeing what led to that point.
死してもなおそれらの力を体に宿す。反対にそちらに関する記録は明帝に一切ない。気配のすべてから明式と同じ起源を感じる。融合、混沌、丸のみ、残像。それらは完全にお主の力というわけではないのだろう。復讐の対象、殺すべきは彼女ではなく神。
I mean, that is kind of why she was allowed to just like kill her easily.
だがお主は漂白者に事情を告げなかった。伝えていれば事態はこうも急変しなかったであろう。大火を起こすには火種と薪だけでなくもう一つの要素が必要となる。やはりお主か。まさしく婚礼院の近衛が言う通りだが、今の状況は明式の毒レビアタンの黒潮がお主をわしづかみにしておる。故にそれがしは町の黒潮を通してお主をかすかに感じたのであろう。明式に染まりし者は破滅の道をたどるのみ。たとえ灯火をもって闇を払うともいずれ選択に迫られる。その時自らの剣をいかにして己に向けるのか。漂白者ならカルテジアを殺めた女を追っておる。おそらく裏があるはず。
どうしてわかるのかしら。
Cause he's just, you know, he's special, I guess. I mean, she did say, like, the person who sees nothing but also sees, like, everything, or somewhere along the lines of that, but you think she would kind of expect this.
ここに残っている気配を感じるのだ。
He somehow managed to see the stuff that actually happened before they got here. That's actually so convenient. Because he's not gonna be left wondering what actually happened.
民はあまりにも
Oops,
無
actually
力。
interrupted her.
明帝の養殖を訪ねたことがあるのなら、両様だけでなく、軍作府の本兵様にもあったであろう。それがしは彼女の頼みを受け、スカーという名のフラクトシデスの観察を中殺するためにリナシータへ赴いた。そして漂白者に助力する役目も担っておる。
Wait, didn't he say that he was answering Scar back dead or alive? But now he's just saying that he was asked to execute Scar. I don't think the alive part was actually ever an option. I mean, he did also say that he was, like, he just wanted to kill him. So technically for him, specifically, it wasn't an option anyway, but still. At first, he made it seem like he had a choice about, like, leaving him alive or not.
それはそれがしの知るところではない。不正に座を奪い取りし者、地中の灯火をもって天聖の闇を払わん。定点館から授かった内容だ。灯火について 何か心当たりは？
不正に灯火。もしかしたらフェンリコ本人、そして彼が掌握するラグーナの資源の器を指しているのかもしれないわ。
ならばおそらく彼女の助けとなる品であろう。
フェンリコは秘密裏に建設した実験場にいるはずよ。場所はディサレイ海嶺南西の海域。詳細は自分で調べてちょうだい。
よかろう。忘れておった。それがしがここへ来たことは他言無用。
So she's not allowed to tell people that she saw this, extremely random guy show up immediately after a murder scene. That's fine, I guess.
よいな。
なぜかしら。
I mean, we end up seeing him later anyway, but
派遣されているのでしょ。
you know what? At least, she seems to have listened to him and his request. I wonder how he would have reacted if she had told us about him anyway.
お主が知る名帝はもう存在せぬ。
Okay, so it seems like a ton of stuff has changed since last time she was there. Obviously, we're not really gonna understand it, because, we literally have, no information here, but... I mean... It seems like it was, a kind of functioning place when she was there, and now everything's kind of just gone downhill. I did kind of wonder last stream, what happened with the body. I mean, she did, show up in the end anyway, but I was left wondering, where they even kept the body. And even though we don't have a proper answer, just that, Kendra secured it somewhere. I was prepared to actually do the fighting there, but it's fine. Clearly he's strong enough to just kill everything in one blow. Okay, there we go. Now I actually get to do some fighting. I'll do my best to learn how to play as him, because it seems like he's gonna be a bit easier to play as, than the others. He's so strong he drops him to 2 frames per second. Yeah, I'm not sure why they were kind of choppy there, because there's no lag at all. It just, for some reason, the enemies themselves were a little bit choppy. But in the battle itself, they're fine. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. I was just commenting on it, because it didn't really seem like that big of a deal, but I'm not really sure what caused it. Because as you can see, I was moving on just fine during all of that. Oh well. If it happens again, tragic. Hopefully it'll be fine, since it doesn't really affect my gameplay itself. It was just so random. This is so convenient, what the heck? I mean, he gets to just avoid pretty much everything.
Oh? なぜ自ら危険を冒して汚れに満ちている場所に来たのです。
フラクト氏です。
Okay, so he was actually evil to begin with, I guess. Well, no, this would be a fake Leon, I guess. Because earlier he seemed fine enough.
愛も変わらず趣味が
I
悪い。
think this is the Grand Architect. I don't remember if that was what they were called, but I'm pretty sure.
インペラトルの名において私
Pretty
の
sure
こ
it was
と
Grand
がお分かり
Architect.
にならないのでしょうか。
But if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, of course.
なりすましたところで意味などない。お主の気配は覚えておる。
私たちのどこに違いが？外見など所詮はただの器。今の私が聖職者で、亡命の身であるお前が役人であった頃の衣装をまとっているように。残念ながらお前は酩酊で彼を殺せなかった。もう二度と好機は訪れないだろう。
なぜここに現れた？
So he tried to kill someone and became a fugitive, but he was still asked to execute Scar? Okay.
この地は劇の主役のために。
I mean, I don't think a fugitive would be asked to execute someone, but who knows? Could be for a pardon or something.
私は頼みを受けて脇役を演じているだけ。与えられた役割とは、ここでお前を止めること。インペラトルへの揺るぎなき信仰心を持っていても、肉体は容易に潰せる。
あの自妻を殺したのか？
もちろん生きているさ。今頃金庫で負傷者の救護に当たっているだろう。
So he just took on the appearance without actually killing the dude? Okay.
それに
I mean, at least he got to survive.
手を下す必要はない。
At least we know that the real Leon is actually doing okay. Probably. I'm sure he's doing all kinds of chaos over there, but at least he's alive. For now.
冷酷なやつだ。丸腰の自妻に躊躇せず攻撃を仕掛けるとは。もっとも文武の才を兼ね備えた両桃園の器には遠く及ばないが。
両様の血の借りはお主の血をもって償ってもらう。
おや？借りの話をするならお前はどうなんだ？酩酊の重罪人でありながら軍作府の命令で密かにリナシータまで。
I mean, at least they're mentioning like what I was questioning a moment ago. Supposedly being a fugitive, yet still being asked to execute someone.
まさか酩酊があの男をそこまで買っているとは思わなかった。
それも知っておるのか。酩酊には今もお主の手先がいるのだな。
無論私はどこにでもいる。そういえばスカーなら今頃セブンヒルズにいるだろう。
Why are you telling him the person he's supposed to execute is here? Shouldn't he just... Oh. The heck? 1 second, I think there's a cat at my door. I was like hearing scratching in the hallway. Okay, hello, sorry about that. I got so distracted, because of, like, the scratching sounds. He's so confident he's gonna come out on top here, maybe? I guess, because otherwise there's, like, no point in even mentioning it.
今週で不手際を起こしたのは彼自身の問題だ。
Cat invasion, let's
私は
go.
関与しない。
Yeah, it's just Shiro. She wasn't in my room when I was, closed my door to stream. So I was like wondering when she would show up. I just didn't expect her to like jump out the door and to like scratch her way in. I'm pretty sure the sound I heard with the scratching was just her like jumping up at the door. Hi, go lay down. I mean, she could have just meowed and I would have let her in. But no, she decided to just jump at the door and scratch it. He said it's a villainous nonsense. Yeah, this guy's so annoying. I mean, like, obviously, he's not really taking things seriously. He just thinks he's gonna come out on top no matter what. And the fact that he can just, like, turn to anyone is so annoying. It makes him so much harder to deal with. Yes, yes, we're here for him. Knock his hat off and revealed his bald spot? Oh god. We're starting with the baldness again. Oh no. It would be really funny though if he did actually have a bald spot. Cause that would mean that the real Leon has a bald spot. But it's like, hey, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he has a full head of hair. It'd be hilarious. It really would. God, what if it was like, the reverse bowl cut? Where you just like shave the top of your head instead of, having the proper hairstyle. That's like the first thing that came to mind when we like mentioned the bald spot. The reverse bowl cut. I don't know what it's like actually called. I just think of it as a reverse bowl cut. Because like obviously you still have the hair around the side of your head. It's just the very top of it's totally bald. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Hell yeah. Leon, do you perhaps have a reverse bowl cut? God, that would be so silly. Exiting the middle of a nest. Oh my god. Or, you know, just an extremely receding hairline. Except he does kind of have some bangs, so I don't know. The land's most expensive comb over under that hat? Oh my god. I think it's like so funny. We're just thinking about like all kinds of different hairstyles he could have under that hat. I mean, really, we can imagine all we want, because it's not like they're gonna really show us anyway. We can imagine it looking normal or like completely stupid or whatever. As long as he keeps the hat on though, we're good. No, I think he'll be fine. Really? I have to join this again? Okay. Well, that's awkward. I was hit immediately. I feel like this fight's gonna take so much longer than when I dealt with it before. It's fine though. I mean, anything to help stream not be like too short. Since like I said at the beginning, we're only doing this quest today. Although that does mean you guys get to watch me have a skill issue for a lot longer. I cannot speak today, apparently. I'm like messing up so many words already. Although it is an improvement from last stream. Last stream, I was struggling with the words so much more. Federico, can you let me defeat you already? Please and thank you. I mean, evidently it's over, so we're good. I was doing like no damage there though. I think his eyes are so cool. I feel like every time I see a character's eyes, I just keep commenting on them being really cool. I mean, Fenneco's eyes are pretty average, but all playable characters have neat eyes.
ここはそれがしの心の中人により変ずるおそらくお主の執念の具現化であろう
交流のものか君には受けられる祝福もなければ罰もない
お主のすべてを名式は奪い去った聖女が死した今お主の都も崩壊しつつ
It's fine. She's not permanently dead. Everything is gonna be totally fine. And I can say that with confidence since, you know, this is just going back through the stuff on his side.
かの黒き潮は間もなく町全体を
Honestly though, every time there's like a mention of hair, it's like so funny to me that that's what I'm known for now. I am known as the person who hates bald people, apparently. It's so unserious, but it's also kind of funny. It just like showed up out of nowhere just because of one comment about Augusta. I'm totally fine with keeping that running though, it's pretty fun.
渡さねばならぬのだ不義を犯したのならばさらなる悪を積み上げるしかないいいなこの揺るぎなき礎の上にあってこそ我々は今に至ることができたのだ代々の主座は皆ここで不完全な肉体を持って名式に抵抗してきた
I'm kind of glad that he gets, you know, some redemption since, you know, I wasn't a fan of him for a very, very long time. I'm still not really a fan, but at least he got some redemption.
レビアタンにもカルテジアにもフラクトシデスにもこの私からラグーナを奪えはしないラグーナの繁栄は私たちの手によるものだそのおかげで民は名式の毒を免れ争いなき楽園へ至る主座の存在意味とは信念とは民を一丸にすることこれこそ過去20年間私が絶えず名式に抗い利用してきた理由ただ私は信念がもたらした運命に飲み込まれた名式を利用しかのパラダイスに対抗できる楽園を作り上げようとした結果
Yeah, and during all that you caused way too much trouble for us. Federico, you were such a pain at that time.
慢じて受け入れるほかない。そして今私を支えているのは裏切りに対する憤怒と憎悪のみ。
普通の人間でありながらいかにして名式を相手取るのだ。
名式のささやきはいつまでも続く。このような苦痛に耐えられる人はもとより存在しない。残されたインペラトルの力を使っても一縷の理性をかろうじてつなぎ止められる程度。それでも代々の主座たちは皆この道を選んできたのだ。
今なお名式を利用しようというのか。野心と執念を燃料にお主は名式に抗ってきた。しかしそれはお主をここへ追いやった原因でもある。お主の言葉からは義や道徳を感じるが心は悪念に満ちておる。
すでに血の川に踏み入れた身、取り返しはつかない。
I'd say at least he, you know, seems to regret everything that happened, but that still doesn't excuse any of it. He still caused like so much chaos for everyone.
お主と似たような立場の者を殺す機会があった日を思い出す。くしくも同じ機会が訪れるとは。
誰にも傷つけられることのない世界が訪れる。予言と運命が私を導いている。暴虐に始まった喜びは必ず暴虐に終わる。罪に苛まれし者よ、国会せよ。
Oh, this looks neat. Okay, so we're just getting the side view instead of just looking at what's ahead. All right, I kind of like when they do this. It's pretty cool. This area in general looks really nice. I'm sure we're never gonna see it again. But oh, hello. Geshu Lin, I think your name was. I could be wrong because I'm not great with names of people that haven't shown up in a very, very long time. But I think it was like Geshu Lin. I feel like that's a pretty bad spot to be fighting, since, you know, there's not really that much stability. Although it does look really cool. I mean, obviously for them it'd be really inconvenient, but for us as the viewers, it's really nice. Oh, okay. We managed to chop all that down in one go. Oh, hello, people. So I did remember his name right. Nice. I was so sure that I was wrong. Like, I did my best to remember it, but like I said, I'm pretty bad with remembering names of people that haven't shown up in a very, very long time. So I was like totally prepared for it to show a completely different name than what I thought it was. I still remember a ton of people like being obsessed with this dude and like hoping he'd be playable.
今週で放火や殺戮、略奪の限りを尽くした挙句、残像と結託して秩序を乱したと。
それごと殺すだけでは不十分だというのに。
彼らはお主が残像から救った人か。
それがどうした。最前線がこんなありさまだというのに、陳部氏は汚職役人どもの犬として動くことしか知らんのか。いっそここで俺を殺せ。
You know, I wonder how he feels like having saved people from Casa Discord only for someone to immediately show up and try to kill him. Like, dude did not get a moment of rest, apparently. And then, of course, there's all these accusations. Definitely not how he expected his day to go.
やれ。ここで俺を殺し損ねたら、いずれお前らのような番犬は残像ともども一匹残らず無様な死を迎えるぞ。
両様はお主のために弁明しておられたぞ。
ああ、ならお前は何をしに来た。
ここ数日、お主の記録を洗ってみたところ、御師は厳官でありながら陳部氏を欺いていたことが分かった。一介の御長に残像と結託して暴虐を働くほどの力などない。お主は存外まともだ。
I mean, that ordinary man said that he would, you know, turn lands white with people's bones. Is it really okay to just turn away after hearing that?
民をほふろうなど俺が見過ごすはずない。残像は滅ぼすべきだ。いかなる代償を払おうと必ず奴らをネタやしにする。
今週の民の命運は残像をせき止められるかどうかにかかっておる。お主はそれを叶える器を持つ。ただし慎重に用いねばならぬ。剣の断りは人を切るにあらず、鞘に収めてこそ真価あり。あらわにすれば転じて災いになると知れ。その剣なら残像をほふることも人を生かすことも容易。
I mean, he kind of did cut down Tessa Discords and save lives. So clearly, you know, he's not a terrible person. But like I said before, I'm so sure that he didn't expect his day to go so bad. I'm sure he was like happy to save people. But again, shortly after he saved them, some dude showed up and tried to kill him and then accused him of a bunch of stuff. I feel like that would be like a pretty bad day. Like, that would be enough to ruin a person's day, ordinarily. Such is life. I'm sure most people don't just have a random person show up to, you know, try to kill them. But yeah, such is life. Just, you know, having a bad day.
死山血河の平原に立つ黒い炎の中で燃えていた男。彼は
I'm not your boss, but I'm here to fire you is kind of crazy. Seriously. I can't imagine if something like that happened to me. That would genuinely like ruin my entire day. Just what is happening? How did the day go so wrong so fast? But also, who is this random person that, you know, showed up out of literally nowhere?
それでもあのような末路をたどってしまった。
あそこで彼を殺すべきだった。
家庭など無意味。死者はよみがえらぬ。
The person whose shoe he stepped like 2 years prior? God, that would be such a petty grudge. Just, hey, you stepped on my shoe 2 years ago, so I'm kind of here to kill you. I can't imagine being that petty, but that'd actually be so funny. For us, obviously, not for him. For him, that'd be a very annoying situation. Because who would be petty about something like that for 2 years? But it would be really funny.
彼と再会を果たした時、躊躇なく命を奪って報いるほかない。もう一度選択肢を得られるとして、それでもお主は主座となるか。
I mean, I'm sure he would just make the decision in like every timeline. Unless there's like one singular timeline where he just wants to live an ordinary life. But unfortunately, this is not that one. He would just keep choosing this over and over again.
この座を不正に奪い取ったことは事実。しかし、私が昼夜を問わず政務に励んでいることも紛れもない事実なのだ。罪は潔く認めよう。無論、運命の行く末は承知している。なんと機会が与えられようと、この道を選ぶ。たとえ、それが歴代主座の教えに背く、恐怖と苦難に満ちた道だとしても、これを持っていくがよい。
不正に座を奪い取りし者、手中の灯火をもって天性の闇を払わん。これが資源の器か。
かつて先代主座のナポリ2世はこれを用いてラグーナの黒潮を払った。そしてその時名式は委員会教団に目をつけたのだ。この灯火を君に託そう。パレードパラダイスの降臨がまことならば必ずセブンヒルズに現れる。おそらくかの漂白する義人と共に。
お主と同様に漂白者も黒潮に染まっておる。
Yeah, but it's fine. We've plot armor, unlike him. We end up being totally fine.
黒潮は全てをつなぎ合わせる。
Plus, I mean, everyone has faith in us, so even though we're kind of tainted, it's fine. Everything works out. Unlike this guy. Nothing works out for this guy.
彼女は新たな代行者となり、徐々に進んではならない。
Although saying this guy reminded me of that guy, so kind of obligatory. Rest in peace, Avidius. You will be missed.
この灯火を
And
義人
Gilberto.
のもとへ届けるのだ。
The random guy that we saw for maybe like 3 minutes. Rest in peace, Gilberto.
お主なりの食材か。
私は決して食材などしない。ただ
He doesn't repent? Okay. All of that chaos. Like, all the suffering caused, and he just doesn't repent.
これが私の定め。私は虚言と欺瞞の中から支配と大義を成し遂げた。この世の者には私を傷つけられん。もっとも漂白の義人は断じて常人ではない。
野心と執念の炎は消えた今、これが最後の灯火となろう。それでお主は復讐を望むのか。
この手で直接忘却に始まった喜びを終わらせよう。
That's a cocky mindset. No mortal can inflict the slightest harm. Yeah, I mean, him saying that doesn't really surprise me, all things considered. But, oh my god, spilled chili on his white robes. Honestly, yeah, I'd be so down to do that. He deserves it at this point. Because like I keep saying, I'm not a fan of this guy. My opinion of him is better than it was, you know, 2 streams ago, but I'm not a fan of this guy. He is such a pain. And he is just so cocky. The smallest gestures of inconvenience will drive him nuts. Hell yeah. You know, just if he has stuff perfectly aligned on a shelf, scoot something by like 1 singular inch and see if he notices. I would do like all kind of small things like that just to drive him insane. Because that's the kind of thing that drives me insane. If my stuff gets shifted, I will notice. Like something will seem off. I won't know exactly what it is, but I will notice that something changed. So having him go through that after all this chaos would totally be worth it.
私の駒となり、これをしかるべき場所へ届けるのだ。そうすれば私はこの生涯を
Take the knobs off all the doors in his house, handles off the cabinets and mugs. Oh my god. Literally just inconveniencing him so much. Wait, we can't forget to take all of his silverware away. No spoons, no forks, no knives. Just take all of that away. Even more of an inconvenience. I think it's kind of funny that we've been talking about inconveniencing him when he's literally, you know, he was in the process of dying. Rest in peace, Venrico. I'd say you'll be missed, but not really. I mean, you kind of put us through a lot of trouble. And again, even though you kind of had some redemption, it's not enough to, you know, ignore everything that happened. Not a fan of him in life, and still not a fan of him in death. But you know what, at the very least, he won't be showing up in the story again, so we're finally free of this guy. Now, if only we could be free of Cristoforo. God, that guy does not stop showing up. Just when you think you finally get a break from him, he shows up yet again.
委員会教団のフェンリコ一世より
Later, loser is probably more appropriate than rest in peace. Yep. Later, loser. See you never.
しかと受けたまわった。
We spent the majority of that scene just bullying this dying man. I mean, it was deserved, but still. We were so mean. But yes. Later, loser.
その後はみんな知っての通り。
Everyone's walking away. It's fine. At least we get to keep chatting with her for now.
黒潮の最前線で一人、とても危険な場所を守り抜いたんだ。しかもフラクトシレスの観察、スカーを軽々と退けたとか。
Okay, but Scar still got away in the end. Actually, yeah, good question. How do you know about all of that?
ラグーナの人々から聞いた話もあれば、とあるフィサリアの人から聞いた話もあるよ。ああ、でも彼女からは名前は伏せてほしいって言われてるんだ。
So, what about the fabricatorium part? I don't know if I pronounced it right, probably not, but you know, words are difficult. But what about that part? How do you know about all of that?
どうしてシャコンヌが語っていない部分まで見えたんだろう。カルテジアの時と少し似てるのかな。多分あのランタンにペンリコの意識が保存されてたから、彼の意識を通して当時の実験上の出来事を見ることができたんだと思うよ。異国の剣士が悪に満ちたラグーナの主座を助け、名式レビアタンに復讐を成し遂げる。にわかには信じがたい物語だったね。そういえばあの剣士は確か黒い炎に包まれた男について言及していたような。カジュリン。あの剣士だけじゃない。今週、そして交流命定にまつわる謎はまだまだ多いね。
I mean, we'll get more information about it eventually. Probably. Since they mentioned it, it's very likely that we'll get more information about it eventually.
スカーを追ってリナシータに来たのは、命定から直接命令を受けたからだって聞いたよ。コンシすら知らなかったみたい。彼の身には、おそらく命定を揺るがす秘密が隠されている。多分交流に戻って調べないと答えは得られないだろうね。え？それより彼に聞いた方が早いって？
Yeah, let's just go and ask him some questions.
もし資源の
I'm sure he'll, you know, give us some
リ
answers at least.
ナシータを救った
Probably not many,
立派な大
but
恩人だよ。
something's better than nothing, of course.
ちゃんとお礼
Now,
を伝
where
え
can
て
we
お
even
きたかっ
find
たん
him?
だけど、
Because like she just said, no one
戦い
saw
を
him
終え
after
て
the
から
final
姿が
battle.
見えないんだ。
So where can we find this dude?
ラグーナで交流の人を探すって考えたらそこまで難しくないだろうけどね。ましてや今はモンテリア・フィサリア、委員会教団、それにセブンヒルズのみんなも復興の準備をしてるところだし。行こう。きっと見つけられるさ。
Ikuzo! Let's go find him.
急ぐ必要あるのかしら。
Hi Zanny, hi Phoebe. Have you guys seen him anywhere? I have some questions for this dude.
来てくれたのですね。
Yep, good to see you too.
ザニーさんと私は今
I really saw you like 2 days ago, so I can't really say a long time no see, but good to see you too, Phoebe.
金庫の方はまあ大したことないかな。カルロッタお嬢様の指示で収蔵品をいくつか放出しただけだからね。
Yeah, but you guys definitely saved the
市
day.
民の安全と比べたらこれくらいの
I mean,
損
things
失
on
は
their side actually went pretty smoothly, all things considered. I'm sure government did show up, you know, during their evacuations and shoot a bunch of seemingly innocent people that were actually just tacit discords, but all things considered, their end had it relatively easy. By the way, have you seen, God, how was his name pronounced again? Kuen, I think they said? Have you seen Kuen, the one from Huanglong?
確か広場で見かけたよう
Bus
な気が
Square,
します。
okay. I'm sure he's probably not going to be there, and we're going to go on a wild goose chase to find him.
交流の方なのでとても目立っていましたね。
Honestly, though, I would totally be up for like chatting with all of our friends before finding him.
ラグーナ再建の協議に来たセブンヒルズからのお客様が
I mean, it's nice to just like see everything is so calm right now after all that
教学者
chaos.
さんも彼ら
So
に
chatting
聞
with
いてみては
them
どうで
is more
し
than
ょう。
welcome. I don't know if that's actually what's gonna happen, or if we're gonna find him like immediately, but it would be kind of nice. Like they see him in one place, we get there, suddenly he's not there at all. Actually, it's on the other side of the map? Exactly. I'm like half expecting that to happen. You know, can't make it too easy to find the dude. Wait, we gotta talk to our opinions again? Okay. So it actually isn't gonna be that easy to find them. It's kind of good. You know, for the sake of wasting time. Oh, hi, Augusta. Not who I thought we'd be seeing next, but this works. Hello. Kind of surprised that Ino is with her, though.
確かにセブンヒルズと完全に異なっている。このように便利な港があれば、海上輸送は今より効率的に。
Is this your first visit trip? Well, is it? Yeah, is this your first visit to a? I cannot speak. Oh my god. Let me try that again. Is this your first visit to Raguna, Augusta? Guys, very ignore me struggling there. I cannot read today. But apparently she's never taken a trip here.
ああ、
Okay.
何しろ、以前のラグーナは鎖国状態にあったのだ。
I cannot believe I tripped up on words so badly there.
しかし、
That's like the worst trip up we've had all day.
委員会教団と貿易に関する話し合いを終えたら、速やかに帰国せねばならぬ。
So, about that Huinglong warrior who aided in Septimon's frontline defense. Have you seen him?
救援という名の剣士か。
I'm sure he's gonna be extremely far away, as expected. But you know what? At least book the chat with everyone else. Probably.
先ほど船着き場で少しばかり
Doing sunshine, mandated Augusta
どう
greeting.
やら船
Hell
が
yeah.
出るようだ。
These things happen. Yeah, it's just harder to read today for some reason.
地上にいたグラディエー
It's
ター
such like a
たちから
seemingly
報告を
simple
受けた。
sentence, and we have me like struggling to read it for whatever reason. It's fine though. At least, you know, for the most parts, I've been able to speak fine.
もしあの者がいなければ、どれほど死傷者が出たものか。
I want to thank him in person as well.
まだ出港の時間ではない。
Guys, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I think Rover just blinked like with one eye at a time. Like not both eyes at once. There was like a slight delay in her other eye. If you want to short circuit your brain, say toy boat 10 times fast. Oh god. I don't know if I want to attempt that. I know that I would struggle so much. I mean, if I'm already tripping up on words, I don't know if I want to struggle even more. Okay, who do we have here? I actually didn't see. I was just, you know, running around. Oh, he's actually here. Okay. I was fully expecting to have to talk to a few more people. Why did you make it so easy for us to find you, sir?
準備してすぐに出発するみたいだ。
Also, I don't mean to underestimate an old man, but are we sure he's okay to be like carrying boxes by himself? Like, shouldn't someone help him in case he hurts his back?
監督の自裁はいなくなったようだな。
This guy does look extremely old, so I feel like he would need some help with carrying the boxes just in case something happens.
お、てっきり目が見えないのかと思っていたが、もしかして見えるのか?
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't see what everyone else sees. They kind of talked about that earlier. So he can still see somewhat, just not what the rest of us see. Classic case of old men in anime secretly being insanely strong dudes. Oh my god. It's always funny when that happens though. Cause they look so weak and harmless. He's gonna go deadlift a mountain later. That would be so funny actually.
いいな。ただ、邪魔者が消えた気配を感じ取った。
Yeah, it's always like so fun when it's like the weakest looking person ever and they're just insanely strong. I'm pretty sure there was a case of that in Delico's Nursery. I haven't watched the anime in a while. I was like a few episodes behind because I was watching it as it was coming out. But I'm pretty sure there was an old person in that who looked so weak. It was like literally shaking with every step because, you know, frail old man who's, you know, actually pretty strong. So that kind of thing is like always pretty fun to see. Just because, you know, you wouldn't really expect it ordinarily. Because sometimes they are actually like super weak and other times they're just overpowered.
英雄たちのおかげで、わしらはラグーナとセブンヒルズを脅かす災いを生き延びた。
Yeah, and it's one of the silliest things that set them off too. Seriously. Like it could just be something like falling off of a windowsill and then suddenly like speeding across the entire building to go catch it. Which you would never expect an old person to be that fast. Or, you know, just anything else. It's just so fun. Like, I can't think of any, any other, like, specific example right now. But it's so fun.
これもフェンリコ様や仙台主座の方々がランタンを掲げながらインペラトル様に続いて黒い霧を払ってくれたおかげだ。
You know, honestly, I think we need more weak-looking but overpowered old men in anime just because it's such a fun trope. Because I feel like there's not enough examples of it. Like, obviously, it's really neat to see, but there's not enough examples of it. But it really is just like the best thing ever.
すべては過ぎし出来事だ、商人殿。
そうだな。
先に乗船して構わぬ。しばらくしたらそれがしも続く。
ああ、助かるよ、若いの。
Unleash the gigograms? Hell yeah. And actually, I did remember like another example of that happening. Link Click. I don't know if you've watched it or not, but Link Click, there are some old people in that are surprisingly strong. Cause I know there's this one scene, where this old man is like dealing with, this drunk guy, and he got like really annoyed, so he like clenched the armrest on his seat. And after he left, you know, it was revealed that he managed to bend the metal there. Like, completely deformed the armrest. Just because, you know, old man got annoyed. I love seeing that. And obviously, drunk guy was confused and wondering if he was, like, seeing right.
仕事がまだ終わっておらぬのだ。そろそろ行かねば。
スカーたちはやっぱり逃げたのね。
Yeah, I'd be tweaking too. I'm sure he was extra confused considering, you know, he's drunk. He's not sure if anything he's seeing is right. Like, he could just be imagining things for all he knows. Like, sir, what just happened here? This old man looks so weak or like so average. Instantly he's bending metal so easily. I'm sure he could have just totally ripped off the armrest if he got too annoyed.
おそらく本兵様はこの事態を見越しておられたのであろう。ただ残念で仕方ない。当初はあのヤギ頭を仕留めるつもりだった。
Of course he's still just thinking about murder. I mean, yes, that is why he came here to begin with, but up until the very end, he's just wanting to execute him. Like I said before, taking him alive was never actually an option. He may have listed it at first, but he never actually intended to let him survive.
レビアタンの狙いはリナシータのみにある。それがしのような異邦人は影響を受けにくかっただけのこと。それに、これは本兵様からいただいた直々の依頼。礼を言いたいのならば、明帝へ行った際、自ら本兵様に伝えるとよい。
Well, I'm sure we'll meet her eventually. Not anytime soon, since obviously the game is still focused on, what's it called? Lahai Roy, I think? Which I'll get to probably next week, since we're getting pretty close to getting caught up. But yeah, obviously we're going to be in Lahai Roy for a very long time, so we'll get to meet, the Marshal eventually. Probably, like, after we get out of there, unless we have, like, a completely random area afterwards. But either way, we'll go to Mingting eventually.
天下は広しといえど、視界はつながっておる。漂泊の過程でいずれ行き着くであろう。
そうだ、カジョリンについてだけど。
キエンとも馴染みがあるお主なら、北楽野原の戦を通して3年前の今週の真相は知ったはず。名式の手に落ちた者の末路。誰もがリナシータの人々のように名式の誘惑に耐えられるわけではない。
Imagine a side quest where Kyon isn't allowed to mention murder and has to play amusement park games for information. Puts guy on a game of whack-a-mole. Oh my god. That would be so fun though. Actually, instead of having it as a side quest, turn it into this entire event. Focus just around him not being allowed to mention murder. Or, you know, have any form of actual violence. He just has to entertain like the younger characters in the game and have fun. Give the dude a break from all kinds of chaos. He's the type of guy we want to see crack a smile. Exactly. You know, have him deal with Encore and the others. Have him like entertain them and see what happens. I'm sure he would end the day smiling because he'll finally have fun, you know, not killing people. Basically, an entire event focused on him being on babysitting duty. Yeah, see, exactly, babysitter. That would be like the best event ever. Because it'd be so unexpected, like the most serious looking guy ever stuck on babysitting duty. And obviously, you know that Encore would be, you know, running off a lot or pulling pranks or something. I mean, we see how she is with Alto. So, he'll either, Kyon will either go insane, or he'll actually have a good time being a babysitter. I think it'd actually be like so neat to deal with all that.
だが彼は悪者ではなかった。もっとも名式に侵食されてからは話が変わってこよう。戦場で死んだ者たちからすれば、ただ死を与えるだけでは満足いかぬはず。しかし、それがしにできるのは死を与えることくらいのもの。
若いの、これに乗り遅れたら次の無臭行きの船は明日になるぞ。
今は漂白の身であれ、お主には居場所があるであろう。その件はいずれ鞘に収まる。お主と共に立つ者たちは皆家族であり鞘。彼らはお主のために剣を振るい、 お主もまた彼らのために剣を振るう。いつの日か再び。
ええ。
お主らしいな。道は異なれど、また会えるであろう。
Yep, see you again eventually, Kyun. I think he was actually smiling there, like just barely, but there was still some kind of smile. But I think more than just like a tiny grin, we need to see this dude absolutely beaming. Like, have him so overcome with joy that he's literally beaming. Or, you know, make him laugh or something. Just basically, don't make him look so stone-faced, and we're good. You know what? Additional events on top of babysitting duty. A challenge to see who can, you know, make the dude laugh first. I think that would be pretty silly. But yeah, we finally finished this quest. I did kind of expect for it to be this long, based on the information I was given beforehand. Because when I saw the quest, I did message my friend asking how long it was. And they did say, you know, around an hour and a half. And that was the only thing I was going to do today, because next time we will be starting the next quest, which will be getting us a new area, which I'm looking forward to. But I wanted to have an entire stream devoted to that one, so it's not just like two completely different places in the same stream. Because it'd be nice to like just focus on the new area. So next time I stream Wuthering Waves, we'll be going there, and it will be amazing. I'm just super happy that we're finally almost caught up. Because we have the next area, and then we have the first part of Lahairoi, and then of course the latest version, going off of what I was told last stream. So we're really close to getting caught up, so I'm excited. I know I said it a lot last stream, but I'm so excited to finally get caught up to the latest version, specifically because I want the context for why everyone's been crying. Like, I want to know if there's actually that much emotional damage. But for today at least, it was nice and relaxing. I mean, obviously there was some chaos in fighting, but it was a pretty good version. Well, a pretty good quest. Before, you know, we probably go into a lot more chaos. But yeah, I did say that today would be a shorter stream, so we will go ahead and call it here. I think Yukuno will probably be taking over my channel tomorrow. She hasn't decided for sure. But if she's not streaming tomorrow, then I will be, of course. But either way, there will be a stream at 12:30 PM CST, 3:30 AM JST. So, to anyone who's still here, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Utsu! Bye-bye!